We're at the edge of a shift that's quietly and radically transforming how businesses show up for their customers. Last year, we focused on building trust in AI agents, making Ada easier to onboard, manage, and depend on, just like a human teammate. This year, we're building on that foundation. We're evolving Ada so it can step into a new role, one that doesn't sit quietly in the background, but instead stands at the front lines of your customer experience. Our vision is bold. We want Ada to become your #1 customer-facing employee. It means engaging with customers across every channel, from chat to voice to email, and doing it with intelligence, memory, and context. Anticipating needs before they arise, resolving issues before they escalate, and showing up not just when it's convenient, but when it matters most for your customers. Now, since launching Ada's autonomous AI agent in 2023, we've handled millions of messages, phone calls, and emails. And here's what we've learned. Real automation success goes beyond flashy tech and demos. It's about operating effectively at scale. That means AI agents that are aligned with your goals, fully transparent in how they perform, and that are just as dependable and trustworthy as your best human teammates. This is especially true over the phone, where customers call in with their toughest and most urgent problems. Today, we're showing you what that looks like. New voice capabilities that bring more empathy, more intelligence, and better collaboration to every call. And because they're built on Ada's unified platform, every improvement works seamlessly across chat and email as well, so that your brand has one powerful, consistent AI agent showing up everywhere your customers are. Now, to share exactly how we're transforming voice support and redefining what it means to have an AI teammate, I'm really excited to introduce Shorat Ghosh, our GM for voice.
For AI to become your #1 customer-facing employee, it needs to master every channel, including the one most platforms get wrong or avoid altogether, voice. Voice remains one of the most used customer service channels and one of the most neglected. It's often outsourced, deprioritized, or shut off entirely. Why? Because voice support is costly, complex, and historically hard to automate. Rigid flows and shallow reasoning have led to frustrating experiences. Many first-gen voice bots still try and fail to deliver something that sounds, let alone thinks, like a real person. At Ada, we spent the last 2 years learning, iterating, and evolving our voice offering, partnering with some of our most innovative customers to focus on what matters most: scale, capability, and speed. Today, I'm proud to introduce Voice AI, our most advanced generative voice AI yet, fully re-engineered from the ground up and built on real-world best practices and customer feedback. With Voice AI, your AI agent can now speak like a human. It handles interruptions, shows empathy, and holds conversations like a human would. It learns like a human. It can be trained with simple instructions and coached with simple feedback. No code, no scripts, just plain language and continuous improvement. It thinks like a human. It knows when to pull data from your systems and reasons in real time to determine the best step to resolve an inquiry. And it collaborates like a human. It routes intelligently and works alongside your team to deliver a frictionless experience at every turn. And like Gauze mentioned, everything you're about to see isn't limited to voice. It's Ada-wide. You've heard the vision. Now let's make it real. I'm going to invite Rob Reardon, our Principal Product Manager of Voice, to show you Ada in action.
Let's start with what it means for AI to speak like a human. It's not just about accurate answers, it's about real understanding. Ada's Voice AI guides the conversation naturally, like your best agent would. Let's take a look.
Thanks for calling Ada Financial, Sabrina. How can I help you today?
Ow. Sorry, I just burnt my tongue.
Oh no, that sounds painful. Take your time. I hope you're okay.
Thanks, I'm all right. Quick question for you. Can I contribute to both a traditional and Roth 401k if my employer offers both?
Happy to help.
I think
can-
I can. I just wanted to double check.
You're correct. You can contribute to both a traditional 401k and Roth 401k if your employer offers both.
Great, thanks.
Would you like more details?
Nope, all good. Thanks again.
Now, even your star agents get coached, helping them learn and improve. Ada's the same. You get full visibility into how it's performing, where it's succeeding, and where it needs a nudge. My AI agent previously wasn't able to resolve an email inquiry about new 401k contribution limits for 60 to 63-year-olds because it didn't have the right knowledge. So it learned how the human resolved it and used that information to draft an article to fill that gap. I'll add that new knowledge now, and my AI agent should be able to resolve the topic moving forward. Now, let's dig into the experience we're providing with scorecards. We know that you want to be able to measure performance in the way that makes sense to you and your business. For example, I want to understand if my AI agent is being empathetic when talking to customers. Scorecards are a way to measure custom criteria like that. Let's look at the call we just heard. We passed the empathy check when Sabrina burned herself. That's great. But I do see an opportunity to improve the experience further with coaching. Coaching allows you to give your AI agent targeted feedback to continuously improve performance. My AI agent gave the right answer, but I wanted to provide a bit more detail. I'll add coaching instructions I've also shared with my human agents to remind customers that total combined contributions still need to stay within the annual limit. This means next time someone asks about contributions, the AI agent will follow the advice. All right, we've seen Ada talk and learn. Now let's see how it thinks. Great agents do more than just answer FAQs. They personalize conversations and follow your operating procedures without needing a word-for-word script. Your AI agent does the same thing with playbooks. Smart, flexible instructions written in plain language. And the best part? Playbooks can be created from materials you already have. I've already documented how to handle contribution adjustments for my human agents, so instead of starting from scratch, I'll simply upload that doc. Ada reads the document and maps out the steps to draft the playbook. I'm able to add my pre-configured actions so my AI agent can access the customer data it needs. But Ada doesn't stop at the first draft. It improves it. It offers intelligent recommendations to clarify instructions and strengthen the playbook. Okay, let's put this to the test.
Hello, I'm Ada Financial's AI agent. What can I do for you today?
Hey, can I contribute to both a Roth 401k and a regular 401k?
Yes, you can contribute to both, but keep in mind that your total combined contributions still need to stay within the annual limit.
Okay, thanks. Can you tell me how much I've contributed this year?
Of course, happy to help. For your security, I'll need to confirm your identity with a few questions first. Is the number you're calling from the one associated with your account?
Yeah,
Thanks. And can you confirm the last 4 digits of your social security number?
1987.
Great. Thanks, Rob. I'll look up your contribution right now. To date, you've contributed $7,020 to your 401k, and your contribution percentage is set to 9%.
Okay, thanks.
Based on that, you'll have contributed $18,252 by the end of the year. If you increase it to 13%, you'll reach the $23,500 limit. Would you like me to make that adjustment?
Sure, that sounds great.
Glad I could help. I've submitted a change request to update your contribution to 13%. Your new rate will be reflected on your next paycheck. Would you like me to send you a confirmation email?
Yes, please. You just saw AI that doesn't follow a script. It thinks like a human. It pulled in data, applied coaching, and spotted the right moment to proactively assist. Finally, let's talk teamwork. Ada works with your team and tools, and when a situation needs a human touch, it knows when to bring someone in. Let's listen to the rest of Sabrina's call.
Actually, wait. I think I maxed out my 401k for the year. Can you double check?
Of course, let me take a look. I checked your account, and yes, you've contributed the yearly maximum amount of $23,500. Well done! We do have a few other investment options you could consider. Would you like to hear more?
Maybe.
If you'd prefer to speak to one of our financial advisors, I can connect you right now.
That would be great, but I actually have to run.
No worries. I can send you a text and help you schedule an appointment at a later date if that's helpful.
That would be great, thanks.
Can I text you at the number you're calling from?
Yep, this number's great.
That was true AI-human collaboration. The AI agent understood Sabrina's hesitation and offered to book a follow-up appointment. Now, let's turn to one of our customers to understand how they hired an AI agent to their team to support customers on every channel. Please welcome Ishmael, Head of Operations at EPOS Now, joined by Mike, Ada's co-founder and CEO.
It's great to see you, Ishmael. Let's talk about your phenomenal growth. EPOS Now is serving more than 80,000 locations globally. You are the financial backbone of these entrepreneurs' businesses, and you have a very complex customer experience. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. Great to be here, Mike. Thanks for having me. As you said, EPOS Now is an operating system for small to medium-sized businesses. And being an operating system is a challenging work. As you can imagine, a lot of things can get wrong, and there's a lot of associated complexities with it. Think about hardware. Think about the payment processing in the background. Think about the software, the combination of PCI compliance and all sorts of different regulations. Coupled with banking, it becomes a challenging customer experience to manage, and the complexities associated with that are quite vast and challenging to augment depending on the channel that you work with. One channel to the next, the experience varies, and one of the biggest challenges that I see us experiencing on a daily basis is trying to provide a simplified experience for our customers, irrespective of the channel they're on.
How many channels do you serve? I mean, it seems like you've got complexity across the B2B use case, the B2C use case, all the channels. Tell me about the channel breakdown and maybe an example of the complexity from a customer experience perspective.
Absolutely. All the channels you can imagine any business in our magnitude would have, from phone support, email, chat, and social. Every one of them almost working in silo. Every one of them powered by a different set of technology, not necessarily integrated, with a unified knowledge base, which presented inconsistencies with the support experience our end users would receive, subjective to the channel that contact us on. We predominantly, as an operating system, we want to provide instantaneous support to our customers. So our biggest channel to date remains phone and messaging, as ultimately the fastest and easiest way our customers can get in touch with us.
And before, again, we started partnering, what was the state of your customer experience? If messaging and phone were the biggest channels, though you were supporting and continue to support many other channels as well, what did the state of the customer experience look like at that point?
Yeah. As you can imagine, depending on the channel that you're on, think the phone support, voice support, a customer's query is usually diverted through an IVR experience. An IVR experience that is pre-configured based on our understanding of what the customer knows about their business and trying to navigate that experience on the basis of a script down to the right stakeholder within EPOS Now to provide the best possible experience to them. Similar to messaging, it was a very scripted, very generic, trying to narrow down on the basis of keywords, and the understanding was limited and had no intent, being unable to distinguish between a query and a keyword in an interaction with our customers. Those provided different challenges. As an example, customers would end up with the wrong persons in some instances, which resulted in prolonged wait times and resulted in ultimately not a great customer experience, having to wait longer than necessary to resolve a simple query purely because our customers' understanding of the pre-configured script that we provide to them is not necessarily our expectation of what they want to see.
So it sounds like some rudimentary automation in place, driving elongated wait times, not meeting your expectations of the customer experience. Why did you elect to work with Ada?
At the time, we were looking for a partner that would provide us with the capability to deep dive into the customer experience outside of the ability to just provide a answer-based support. We wanted to understand, one, what are our customers asking us, what is the support need, and at the same time, find opportunities within that interaction. We were looking for a partner that was working with the newest technology available, and as any other business at the time, we were exploring the capabilities of generative AI. Ada stood out to us as one of the leading partners that was adopting that new technology and applying it consistently across every single channel that you guys operate in.
I love your point that you're focused on not only resolving the customer's question, but unearthing the opportunity behind the question, it sounds like. Could you share more about that philosophy?
Exactly. My view on a customer interaction and customer experience in general is every single interaction is an opportunity. Your customers would call you when there is an issue, 90% of the time, an issue that needs resolved. And in respect, majority of customer experience that we receive as an end users is exactly the same. You call, you have your issue resolved, and that's it. What I see as a customer interaction is the ability to understand the customer's needs outside of that specific narrow issue and understand their business and the opportunities associated with being able to provide them more than just support, but a interaction.
And what have been the results? It sounds like your key channels were messaging and continue to be messaging and voice, and you've initially deployed Ada's AI agent in your messaging channel. Tell us about that experience and the results.
Correct. Yeah. So our messaging service prior to Ada was a very scripted, purely one-channel-based experience. Since deploying Ada, we saw an immediate 30% CSAT improvement in our messaging channel, an immediate increase in messaging adoption, and retrospectively, the ability to resolve the customer interaction without the need for a human agent to be involved.
Sounds like messaging has gone well, 30% increase in CSAT. You recently expanded to the phone. Tell us about that experience.
Correct. So the businesses that we work with, predominantly the small to medium-sized sector, they're entrepreneurs, people with busy lives that are trying to grow a business. And as we all know, business is hard work. And being able to resolve an issue firsthand usually defaults to trying to speak to someone. Messaging, although is a great alternative, it doesn't convey the urgency associated with that customer interaction. So to date, majority of our customers, when an issue is persistent and urgent, they would pick up the phone and hope to get through to someone that can resolve that issue firsthand.
They literally have their hands full. Like
Correct.
They literally are behind the coffee. They're a barista behind the coffee machine, and they cannot type.
Exactly. And they're in the process of trying to deal with the issue and trying to run their business concurrently. And naturally, voice is the channel that allows you to do this. Since deploying Ada to voice, we've seen an instant increase in our customer satisfaction of circa 15%. We've placed the AI agent's capabilities behind one of the options on the IVR, allowing our customers to choose instant support over wait times, with our continuous view to elaborate on that capability as we scale our knowledge base and understand our customers' needs much more.
And how is the AI agent on the phone performing right now? What percentage of inquiries are you resolving?
Roughly, our voice channel to date is about 40 to 50%, depending on the number of interactions each week on automated resolution. As a combination of all channels, we are between 60 and 70% automated resolutions.
Fantastic. And it sounds like in the event that your phone agent doesn't fully resolve an inquiry, it is assisting your human agents to complete the resolution with lower effort. Is that right?
Absolutely. Think about the hidden work behind a customer interaction that our human agents need to do. Be creating a case, trying to document the interaction, and in most instances taking notes. That has already happened. The case has been created through automation and the capabilities of the AI agent to understand the query firsthand. So our frontline support, if in the instances where our agent has handed over to a human agent, would have a case pre-populated, have the interaction pre-documented, and simply have to update and provide additional details on what the resolution was in the end. And in the instances where they weren't able to do so, escalate further with a fully, very clear documented conversation between a combination of an AI agent, human agent, so our development and product teams can understand the query in detail.
That's fantastic. It sounds like you've got very exciting results so far. 60 to 70% of all conversations autonomously resolved across messaging and phone. What have been the impacts to the business overall as a result of that?
Absolutely. Last estimates put us at circa 60,000 hours annually saved in support labor.
Wow.
Ultimately, being able to provide all of our human agents with an opportunity for growth. And we've seen exactly that happen. Majority of our frontline support teams have now gotten into tier 2 and tier 3 roles, being able to provide that further, more escalated support experience where the simple queries, how do I connect my printer, are resolved firsthand automatically by our combined AI brain.
And what's next for the experience? These are great results. You're at the frontier of applied AI and customer experience. Where do you want to take your customer experience overall?
I think the end goal is being able to provide a omni-channel experience that is consistent and sees every single interaction not just as a support interaction, but ultimately as an opportunity. Being able to provide our customers with resolution firsthand and be able to support their businesses through our platform, through the combination of understanding their business further and providing them with the insights that our platform can provide on the back of every single interaction is the next step for us.
So when you do treat every customer interaction as an opportunity, it sounds like that is the opportunity to understand your customers' businesses more deeply. What's the consequence of that? Does that translate into greater customer lifetime value? Does that relate to cross-sell and upsell for EPOS Now services and products? How do you think about that?
Exactly. It's building trust with our customers, making sure that you create a consistent interaction and that every single interaction is valuable and not just necessary is ultimately our CX strategy, being able to apply that experience across every single channel that we currently support in a consistent and continuously improving manner. Our platform continues to grow as our customers need us to, and as such, there's a lot of new technologies that we are enabling to our platform. The usual cross-sell and upsell methodologies, which are quite outdated, are now being augmented to every single support interaction. Being able to follow up and understand the customer's business in detail is a really powerful tool.
It's a powerful tool, and like you're alluding to, it's a better experience because there's nothing more painful than being sold to when you know you're being sold to, when it's not actually helpful. But if, like you're espousing, if you treat a customer interaction as an opportunity, you're fundamentally rooting your experience in empathy, not in raw revenue.
Exactly. It's building trust and putting the customer first. The customer initiated that interaction because they had a need, but that need being fulfilled doesn't necessarily leave the opportunity out the window. Being able to provide them with further advice on how they can optimize our platform and ultimately optimize their business as part of that single interaction makes a difference.
Well, Ismail, it's a pleasure to support you in your journey of keeping your customers front and center, helping EPOS Now's business continue to grow, and we're very excited for the experience you're going to build next.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks.
The future of customer service isn't just AI-powered, it's AI-led. AI agents will no longer be simple support tools. They'll be your trusted teammate, driving seamless experiences, anticipating customer needs, solving real problems, and uncovering insights that fuel your entire business. As AI shifts from handling tasks to unlocking impact, it will become the most valuable, scalable, and proactive customer-facing employee that you've ever hired. And the best part is, this future isn't far off. It's already underway, and we're building it right here at Ada.